and alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Don't stare 'cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. You meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me.
Alright, so I'm trying to get Sean to cast with me. We'll see if he...
You hiding disappear like shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere.
Oh, you're already live. Okay.
I prayed for you and kept you near in hopes you'd chase away my fears. I'm on my own, you made it so, and now I'm chasing nightmares through. I used to run with you through the great big leaves, laugh at you when you laugh at me. Hope for us because I believe the home was just you and me. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me.
Thanks, Kevin. Good. Are we live though, and they can hear me? Oh, hey guys. We're live. Oh. Well, hey.
It's a classic PMA LCS stream.
Yep. Well, my team can't make playoffs anymore because we lost today, so I'm a little bit sad.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's okay. I will be in Arizona on Wednesday, my dude.
Woo! Yay! If I can find some time after you get here, I will gladly come up and hang out and
I would love to
Leash.
see you, Neil.
show you around Phoenix a little bit. I don't know much about the area, but
We're doing the Arizona stream here today, boys.
oh yes.
Future Arizonan. Future Arizonan with current Arizonan.
Yes, I am Neil the Steel, joined by Sean Menbung Shannon. Welcome to PMA LCS. What do we got today? We got Bot Lane and the Old Guys,
Versus Heroes of the Storm.
two hot Gold Division teams. I'm excited.
Yeah, hot is not necessarily a term I would use just because I feel like all the play from all division teams currently is fairly lukewarm.
Oh,
Uh,
you know,
there may be some shining players or shining examples like games, but overall, I think when we're looking at all the teams, there are some people who are still trying to find identities.
Mhm.
But after that,
well, you know, there is one Gold Division team that is 12-2. I feel like they found their identity. Pretty strong looking team, but maybe
Yeah,
a
in the
little bit
middle.
biased. So,
we are in the middle of picking bands.
oh, here we go.
Casio being banned away from Super Hoagie.
It's a good ban. A pop-off champion for Super Hoagie. Gaining the single game kill lead on that champion earlier this season during a sub match, and Senna banned right away from Jirachi. So
The Trundle ban actually coming out for.
That's an interesting ban. Not quite sure if that's an Aruyan special. I know I've seen him play it before, but we are blazing through these bans. Holy cow.
Yeah. Bot lane, the old guys. Probably. Let me go check the standings real quick, because before I talk out of my butt.
I've got them up right now. Bot lane and the old guys coming in at 5 and 7. Heroes of the Storm also 5 and 7. Tied for third place in Gold Division. So just kind of fighting for standings right now. As I mentioned earlier, with only three matches left, S10 far and away 12 and 2. Kind of taking the Gold Division there.
Yeah, SM should be the 1 seed even if they 1-1 throughout. The Ornn first pick I really like.
Yeah,
Ornn be up to Ganwin in the top lane.
Yep, and Warwick coming out for Iruyan. Just a very strong jungle pick right now. You can't go wrong with a Warwick in the jungle.
Yeah, I do agree. It helps out a lot. Junglers and stuff, and it's a Caitlyn for Master Fan. So I do like that.
Master Fan in
That's
ADC,
Leo.
that's
not Caitlyn.
Oh, well, never mind. I was gonna sing Master Fan's praises, but we'll wait until the actual ADC pick comes out.
Wait.
Well. Welcome to PMA LCS.
So the Caitlyn on your screen is a Leona, and the Leona on your screen is a Caitlyn.
So Caitlyn coming through for Jirachi, even though we're seeing Leona in the pick ban. The Leona coming through for AZX Prodigy, even though we see the Caitlyn. Yikes. The Thresh gonna come out for Mr. Matt. Comfort.
So double support. No, I'm kidding.
Comfort
Thresh,
pick for
Thresh.
Mr. Matt.
So obviously, Jirachi says if I can't have my Senna, at least I'll have the guy who has Senna or had Senna. And a Darius into the Ornn. I like it. But he needs to get ahead.
Yep. So we're gonna jump into the second round of bans. The Anivia ban coming out just in case the Ornn is not for Ganween. Anivia just being the main champion in Ganween's pool.
Yeah. I will say it will be interesting to see if they decide to ban the Nautilus on the side of Blog, since No Not November still has that. Wait, they have the Leo. Never mind.
Nautilus has already been banned.
There we go. All
in
these
the
things.
first
Are
round.
you sure
of
it's not, or is that not?
It could be anything, honestly. The Vel'Koz ban gonna come out against Real JLP and the Tristana against Master Fan here. So HOTS looking to pick up their ADC and their mid laner, I would assume. Darius mid, I did see it played last night by one.
I would pick AD carry here.
So Darius can go mid, but I would expect an ADC ban. And there it is. Denying the Lucian from... well, actually, I was going to say denying the Lucian Thresh bot lane, but it's
I'm looking at it.
It's a Caitlyn Thresh bot lane for Blog. They've already...
Which makes the Lucian pick really confusing.
Yeah, I agree. Gnar coming out.
Orn mid.
That. Mm, yeah.
It's Orn mid.
Yeah.
Unless it's
Gnar.
Orn jungle from
I would.
JLP.
I've heard some whispers of Gnar jungle in the current patch. Cannot say I've tried it, but I've seen a couple of threads promoting it. I don't encourage that.
Alright,
But
so I hope it's Rumble mid,
I hope it's
Orn mid, Rumble top. Dang it. Orn jungle, Gnar top, Rumble mid.
we will have to wait and see, I guess. And it's going to be a Vladimir, a mid, I would assume, for Hoagie.
Yeah, the Vlad is okay.
Kind of just a. I feel like they could have picked something with a little bit more utility. It looks like they're kind of just going with just a damage bleed over time comp with the Darius Vladimir, and then Warwick chases him down with the Blood Hunt. So
Now, and my question.
Hmm.
If Warwick is on the match and Vladimir is on the same team, every time he uses spells, does he get descent?
I I don't think so.
Seems like a mess up in the coding.
Yeah. All right, so some question marks being pinged out from me on these picks, but wait to see where Blog is sending some of these picks. I think Heroes of the Storm, we pretty much know who's taking what.
So here is my tier list for where Blog can go.
Okay.
All right, we're ready. I haven't made a tier list in a long time, so
Yeah.
here we go.
That was a quick tier list. I'm proud of you.
Gnar, top, Orn, jungle, Rumble, mid. S tier.
Okay. Yep.
All right.
Okay.
B tier.
Hmm.
Orn mid, Gnar top, Rumble in the jungle.
Okay.
C tier. Orn, top. No, C tier still involves. Dang it. I'll just tell you this: if Gnar is jungle, it's bad. But if Gnar is mid lane, it's better than Gnar in the jungle.
So you think Gnar jungle is the worst case scenario here?
Yeah, Gnar jungle, any combination, absolutely horrible.
I
mid
don't.
lane, meh.
I don't disagree. It's a season and a half late, but it could be Rumble in the jungle, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. I don't quite understand the decision to not draft a traditional jungler here. Something safe, something that isn't going to get completely destroyed by the Warwick. I think Warwick, no matter who's in the jungle here, Ornn, Gnar, or Rumble, if you are 3/4 health and you happen to run into a counter jungling Warwick, you're going to get out skirmished, you're going to get killed.
This is why Gnar jungle is the worst jungle in this position.
Yeah. So none of them are really all that great in my opinion. So I'm interested
Ornn
to
jungle
see.
is good.
I agree, but I don't think in this scenario, and I don't think you first pick Ornn jungle. It looks to me like they first pick Ornn thinking we have this super flexible pick. We can take Ornn at one of 4 places really. I don't think Ornn support is all that viable anymore, but I think they maybe drafted it to act as a flex pick and then just kind of ended up picking things that I don't think are that great around it.
I don't want to be that guy, but if it is, dear God.
So we do have Siren Delphi in chat saying Gnar jungle, which again I have heard whispers I believe my coach messaged it in chat and said, "Hey, you should check out Nar Jungle." To which I said, "No, I will."
And who is your coach?
My coach is Alex Packer Diehard Hagenbach. So
All right, so I want to say, and I mean no disrespect. Nar Jungle is not good.
but Menbung, the patch,
I read the patch.
He got buffed.
I know what he didn't get buffed. He was allowed to proc
This
hyper
is
off of the camps now.
so. This is so far. If pick ban stays true and we're not getting trolled here, Guy Fieri in the jungle on Gnar, Ganween Rumble top, real JLP, Horn mid.
So this is the worst scenario because if it's Rumble top,
Also, quick note. Literally Keegan subbing in for it looks like Big Diak.
Yep.
And so Iruyan going ahead and looks like taking top lane. Literally Keegan dropping into a more comfortable role in the jungle.
okay. So
Back to Gnar jungle.
yeah, back to the bad pick.
Yes.
If Gnar is in this jungle, here's why this is the worst scenario.
Okay.
Rumble into a Darius. Darius at level 2 can kill the Rumble.
Yes, 100%.
Warwick will then show up top lane after he's burned Flash, and then Rumble should die. Or if Gnar is really low in the jungle, which he will be because his clear speed is La Poop.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Then Rumble will know. Then Warwick will know where he is.
Yes.
The only saving grace for Blog's team comp is their mid being Ornn, which gives him and Vladimir a free lane, which is not good for Blog because Vladimir was going to get pushed in by the Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if it's Ornn top for real JLP and Ganween's playing Rumble mid, then this is fine. I'm okay with this.
Yes.
Minus
correct.
the Gnar jungle.
Mm-hmm. So, I 100% agree with you. I think in terms of win condition for Heroes of the Storm, having literally Keegan in as a sub isn't ideal, but he's on a champion that has the ability into Blog's comp to, like you said, just abuse a Gnar jungle. So if literally Keegan is not invading Guy Fieri's jungle regularly, I'm going to be very disappointed in his Warwick play. That's all I have to say. I don't know. At the moment.
AP Gnar incoming? Karut 328? You can talk in my ear. AP Gnar will turn him. Oh my god.
Well, I'm glad that we're testing it here on the PMA LCS. We are the guinea pigs of the patch here. So we'll see. I think ultimately, it's going to take Blog a long time to gather damage, to have any sort of win condition. I think they possibly have better objective control with those beefcakes that, yes, they did draft 3 top laners. So Ornn and Gnar just zone out, take objectives. I don't know. I'm sorry. I think Heroes of the Storm just early damage. They're gonna get early kills, and they're just gonna snowball this game. I'm predicting a 22-23 minute game here. But it is PMA LCS, so that means it's going to be a bloodbath. Super Hoagie adamantly this week testifying that he was going to go for the death lead in PMA LCS history. So, anything could happen. Yeah, plays Vlad, dies 15 times.
Technically, what if he was just saying that he is going for the death lead, and since Vlad is a blood mage, he has already sufficed his bloodlust.
You know, yeah, Hoagie just loves death and loves bloody games, and I just don't. I don't know.
Yes, Violet Sociocat, where have you been?
Yes,
Nar
we miss
Jungle.
you.
Simon
Yes.
is telling me that one, Eric is one of my most devout followers, which is wrong. Two, that I should have faith in this pick because of the AP Nar. Absolutely not paying attention. I get it. It's not super strong, but it's decent. Oh boy. Because if there's something that I love to pick, it's a decent jungler.
Oh.
Let me tell you this.
Hmm.
It so like you don't build health items. I don't know. Maybe you go because if he builds runic echoes, I'm going to leave. I am telling you that much.
and so we've got fleet footwork Gnar in the jungle. I just what? I don't.
Well, I'll tell you this. If you want to theory craft with me,
Yes.
the W, I believe,
Yeah.
has AP scaling on it, correct?
Correct.
Or is it just as R?
No, I think it was the W as well.
Nar champ.
Yeah.
Okay. Someone made a video called "Why I Hate Nar Champion Spotlight." That's so cute.
Did they mention that they hate it in the jungle or?
No, this was like 5 years ago.
Okay.
But
Yeah. So
champion.
so the W. Yes, W scales. Okay.
So what you could have done is gone Hail of Blades.
Okay. Yeah,
And what
that's
Hail of Blades would have done is that once he attacked, he could get his hyper proc right off the bat,
correct.
which would increase his movement speed and help out with ganks. And Hail of Blades got a huge buff.
Yep. Yeah, I don't see if you're gonna argue for the Gnar jungle, I don't see fleet footwork being the optimal keystone here.
So, yeah, Center Hulk has to be it. We'll pause at 10. Yes?
Yep. Yes.
Make sure we have objective timers up. Hi, Jackie.
Okay, pausing at 10 now.
And we'll have our trusty streamer count us down.
I'm so excited for the countdown.
It's the final Gnar down.
Literally Keegan going with the chroma that every time I play Warwick and he casts, he rebukes me for not using.
Yep,
I think I do believe it is very ugly, which is why I use the base white. Sorry, Keegan.
All right.
Keegan
No,
likes
so
it
what the good thing about this one is it looks like 0-1 from Evangelion. That's the reason why.
All right, some 5-point dancing going on and some damage coming down, but
I will say this.
We do got some all chat fun stuff going on, but all very friendly.
I really hope Ganwian does go mid. Aurelion into the top lane. I think he has to have the pop-up performance and try to get some solo leads. But mainly because... Wait, are they doing... Okay, good. JLP is heading top. So this is the second worst power, one of my power rankings.
Yes, but at least I think it's better than Rumble top or mid. I prefer to have the Rumble mid. So
yeah, Rumble has to be mid in this.
Yeah. Yes, just Rumble into Darius, especially Ghost Darius. You're not gonna have a good time.
All right, so I'm just gonna focus on this jungle real quick.
Sure.
Because I'm just gonna follow him, see what happens here. He starts Machete, so that means he should be going buff to buff and into Gromp, level 3, gank top, maybe? As literally Keegan is literally looking for a bot lane gank. Yep. Okay. This
Wow.
is happening.
Well, I mean, okay, not bad.
Burned the flash out of Mr. Matt and got the
Yeah.
ignite down out of No Not November, so that's pretty big.
Yeah.
But this also means that he's actually going to be behind the Narjungle, who has to use Smite on the Grump. Natural burns to both pots. About to turn Mega, and first blood in the top lane.
Blood there for Rion. Yeah,
He
just
didn't
kind of
even
ran
have
at
to
the orb.
burn- Yeah, he didn't even have to burn Flash or Ghost for this.
He just kind of ran at him. There's not much going on there. So he's gonna take the early back. He's gonna spend that 400 gold on just a ruby crystal and some boots.
Oh no. Got Fury.
Guy Fieri, get out of there. Literally, Keegan
go
knows
check.
something's up. You gotta leave. Guy Fieri greeting for this red buff, and flash over the wall. There it is. And you're gonna be hunting him, and that's gonna be a kill. Flash out coming out of Hoagie.
Yep, so unfortunately Ganwei and them being there early, also literally Keegan literally not getting his W, I don't believe. He just leveled it up, I think, or he had
Yeah,
it.
so he left. Flash coming out of No Not November. Yeah, Keegan taking the E level 2 rather than the W, a little bit odd. Very
For the
standard.
gank.
Yes. Oh yes, that's right. The gank bot.
Pull him under. Yep. So, grasp ADC from Jirachi out here. As Guy Fieri, the problem is there's no prio in these lanes for Keegan, and because he tried a level 2 gank, he can't be where he needs to be, which is the better jungler right now.
Yeah.
Per champion, not necessarily person.
I respect the early gank attempt, but on Warwick, what you want to do is you want to get level 3 early by farming, and then you have control over the map. And look, he can't even do this top scuttle because the solo laners on Vlog know he's there. They're gonna collapse. They have the prio. You set yourself so far behind with that level 2 gank. It's high risk, low reward, honestly. Since had first blood already come through in the top lane?
No, it came in through at the exact same time.
Shortly after, yeah.
Oh, that's a kill right there, and Guy Fieri is going to be in a place where he never wants to be, and that's against the Darius. Oh no.
Oh,
Well,
what is
Aurelion flashed in
happening?
place. All right, I want to comment something. I know I'm play by play, but everyone is inting into the Gnar. This doesn't mean it's a good pick. Just letting y'all know.
And we got a pause coming through. Oh, never mind. What is I'm getting trolled by all chat. They said a pause and then they didn't pause. Really quickly, again, not saying the Gnar is a good pick, but a 25 to 16 CS lead between our junglers right now.
Yep, Keegan just sitting bot lane. Can't really do anything because there is no AD carry that has a lot of... Yeah, Master Fan has to go away and flash. Mr. Matt gonna go down, a little bit of damage right there. Stun does land on Jirachi, who has to burn flash. No Not November is the only person following back. Gets landed on the trap, hits, and Jirachi goes. Look at this. Let me tell you what was horrible about this. Trying to take a gank when your AD carry is sitting on 2 health bars. I understand he's the sub, but these are things that you should just know.
Trying to gank a lane when you are that far behind on the jungle, you need to take what you can 100% get safely, and that is your farm. You have your top side, you have your wolves, your blue buff is coming up. Farm up, get some items, then look to gank.
Yep. Jirachi playing that really well with Mr. Matt in the bot lane. Thrush really good. We see Gnar is thankfully going to Cinder Hulk. My problem with Gnar in general is that he no matter where he is, he runs into the same problems. Situational engage. Now, while I do understand you do have the Ornn for your natural engage, to where you can just do stuff, somehow this Gnar is out jungling the Warwick. So, if I'm Heroes of the Storm and you end up losing this game, don't ban the Gnar. Just play better.
Yep, I agree. I mean, we talked about the comp before the game started. They have the early kill pressure, but it's almost like they tried to force the early game kill pressure with that early gank bot. They got first blood, and that was great. Build off of that. Seems like they tried to all in before it was really the time to start all in. All inning. Level 2 all-ins across the map is not the way to go.
Yep, No Not November caught out. As didn't Ganwian just use ultimate mid?
Yes. Let's see what he's running.
That was a
Yikes.
bit interesting, as Master Fan's gonna look to try not get hooked right here. Guy Fury running out, gonna ult him back. Gets the stun, gets the flay right there. The flash comes out. Master Fan kills Guy Fury because he's Gnar taking up 3 tower shots. Okay.
And literally Keegan doing the right thing. When you are behind in the jungle, you see your opponent jungler in bot lane, dying in bot lane, you go counter jungle. Stay there,
Yep.
Keegan. Keep counter jungling.
He can do that, or he can get priority on Rift Herald.
I
which
would
be
start.
really nice.
Yeah, I would have started Rift Herald there, but Keegan playing it safe, knows his red buff is up.
Also needs to back
Yes.
to get some of his items.
He's sitting on 1100 gold right now.
Yep. I think that would have that play would have worked if he ult him into the wall. By the way, so like the tower dive wasn't a bad call. It was just that he didn't get the stun. Aruyon question mark pinging the Ornn ult.
Was that a classic PMA LCS or an ult?
No, he did it, but I think it was just to try to stop the back. So now what we're looking for is Master Fan actually has red buff. I didn't make note of that. We need No Not November to play a little bit forward instead of behind. The CS leads in all lanes are differing, so the solo laners are winning for the side of Heroes of the Storm, and the jungle and bot lane are massively in favor, as literally Keegan is literally about to run into a Ganwian, who also has his ult up once again. The Zenith Blade does land, and there is no ultimate, but the burn from Ganwian happens, and I don't know who got the Rift Herald, but it was Guy Fieri gets it, while both solo laners right here are trying to do everything that they can. Super Hoagie gonna try to get as much damage off as he have 1 Q left. Oh, and it's a double kill for Aruyon right there, as there were plays made on both sides of the map. Ganwian 6-0-0 on this Rumble. He is big boy.
Ganwian just positioning himself to ult on cooldown. And it's resulting in kills every single time.
This is why the Rumble mid was the right pick.
Yeah, great. Oh, looks like we're going to go into a pause here.
Probably not.
Great positioning to have the awareness to know somebody might gank this bot lane. He sits in River Bush. It is pinked, and just like you said, perfect scenario, dream scenario. Ooh, here comes a half health Warwick over the wall with the blast cone. Presses
And not
R.
only a half health Warwick, but a Warwick who didn't have ult at the time.
Nope. And hasn't completed Cinderhulk yet. Opted to get the jungle item, the first core part of it, and then Tiamat. This is a squishy Warwick right now.
No.
No, Warwick would not have seen Rumble with On the Hunt unless he had pressed W, which it did not look like he
No, he
did.
pressed W, but you don't see the Warwick. You can see where it is, so he should have known
If
that there was someone
if
in the bush, but he wouldn't have known
yes,
it was Rumble unless he had vision of everybody else.
which I think there you have to assume it's the Rumble, and if it's a 4-0 Rumble at the time, now 6-0, you don't run half health into a bush not knowing who's there.
Also, I just think, as we said before, prioritize yourself.
Yes.
I think sometimes junglers in this elo, from what I've watched, just go places and they're there at the right time, but they're not there with the right tools necessarily.
Yep. It's tricky for a lot of junglers to track things like enemy cooldowns, teammate cooldowns, itemization. There's a lot going on. I'm really supportive of literally. Oh, never mind. We got to fight.
Ulting on cooldown once again as Aruyan will not have any way of getting out of this. That's a huge shutdown going over there. They have now switched lanes. And while I do think this is smart, you're going to take the one... junglers, don't just walk in the middle lane. Well, I do think it's smart. I think this actually might work into Aruyan's favor. He's now completed the Trinity Force, which I am really glad to see, actually.
Yep. He also has the KDA that we appreciate here at Payme LCS, the old 4-2-0.
Yep. So Rumble's ulti is not back off cooldown, shockingly enough, and he doesn't have ultimate gonna land from literally Keegan at any time. There we go, and the shutdown going over right there.
The
Guy Fieri does help right there. The flay goes the wrong way. The hook does not land, but the ult and damage coming out from Jirachi does. They get first tower, first brick in the bot lane. This Herald will get a second charge as Mr. Matt is fishing for one last hook. And does manage to get it as Mr. Matt gets ignited, and the flash comes out from Mr. Matt as Aruyan is taking it to town, and the real JOP is the real RIP right now.
nice.
As he just gets taken down by Aruyan, who is basically the Aruyan show versus Ganwian at this moment.
Essentially, yeah. The red carpet cooldown, by the way, down to 69 seconds. So, one, nice, but also two, we're talking about a red carpet being laid out once a minute, essentially, and the amount of, I mean, look at his itemization. He's got Leandri's finished. He's got the Sork shoes. He's got an extra blasting wand. Just
And they've caught Jirachi on a recall right now. The Ignite came out from No Not November. They've stopped the Dragon, I believe. Jirachi is going to be corralled. Aruyan popping the Ghost right here. They want to try to give the gold over to him. Oh, but the flash into it because they thought they had the kill. Flash from Jirachi into that Mr. Matt, saving his AD carry's life for greedily recalling right there. But what this also might mean is that now Jirachi does not have flash. No Not November is just not giving one. This is going to be Guy Fieri getting a double stun right there, and the ultimate does land right there, and Aruyan does pick up the kill. The Solar Flare being used a little bit overkill right there, and they're going to translate this into a Mountain Drag, which means we're either going to have Infernal or Ocean Drake, and I would hate to see an Ocean map, so please give me Infernal, as Ganwian takes up. Does he have ultimate? He can just pop it on top of him once he stops overheating, and he's just going to do it probably right there, and there's Super Hoagie dead. Yep, right there. You need to know how Leandri's works, my dude, and also your W kills you. So, lots of stuff happening as the Ornald that can't be followed up on because no one is there to follow up on it.
What is going on here?
The real JLP takes 5 tower shots, and then Aruyan, yeah. Well, I got my Infernal map.
Yeah, Jirachi sneakily pulling in a 3-0 Stormrazor finish with an extra BF sword in the inventory. They're doing a lot of damage there, as we can see, onto the Aruyan, who is respectively pretty fed, just not super tanky yet. He's got the Trinity Force, but not a lot of armor coming through with the Merc Tread, so Jirachi doing a lot of damage there to Aruyan.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so let's look at these levels. Everyone is level 9 minus Mr. Matt and Ganwian. Ganwian is level 12, and then everybody else is below 10. And then on the side of Heroes of the Storm, your solo laners are 10, but No Not November is 7, and then your jungler is down 1. So it's that's kind of the tail right now. It's solo laners versus Ganwian.
Well, as you said, yeah, it's the Aruyan versus Ganwian show here, with Ganwian having just a slight XP advantage, and a massive itemization advantage with the Rylai's coming through completed. Is that a standard second item for the Rumble?
Yes.
Okay.
No Not November has no luck in February either, apparently. As he has just been getting destroyed in these, hasn't been able to complete the stone plate just quite yet, as looks like 3 members are going top lane, but there is no ult on this Rumble. Really weird, right? Because it should be up. He just used it.
It's now down to 58 seconds for the cooldown.
Unsurprisingly, Jungle Gnar is behind. Jungle Gnar is ahead, my dude. You're going to try to steal this, aren't you?
A little bit early.
And it goes over to the blue side.
Yeah, the Infinite Duress coming out, but just a little early. Looks
going
like the
on
smite a little bit
Fury,
early.
who has Nard out, but it's fine. He doesn't need his rage, as there's just too much damage following up this Nard jungle, and one by one, people just run in and say, it's my turn to die.
Everybody wants to be a member of the cleanup crew, Menbung, but not much to clean up there.
They're gonna crack open mid with this Herald. And oh, the Darius gets locked, but the ults are coming out right now. The Ornal Mist is right there. Guy Fieri's gonna be in the back line. Shutdown going away. This is huge for Aruyan. Can he pop off? Oh, can he get on to Jirachi? Because if he can, he can actually make it happen. Oh, the ult comes out right there. Ult again. He's got a Quadra. Can he post it to the page? Pentakill for Aruyan.
And
Balls at Worlds, ladies and gentlemen. Holy crap. Nard jungle sucks. No, I'm kidding. That's actually, it has nothing to do with the Nard jungle right there. Aruyan actually played that really well. Had to burn both summoners right there. And if the Gnar would have been able to get the kill, then it would have been huge. But now Aruyan at 11-2-0, he doesn't even have his Sterix or his Spirit Visage yet, but he's bought so much time on the overstay.
Just great fight, just kiting back under the turret, coming out. I mean, it's tempting to just run forward and try to just get those kills, but really well played to kite back, wait for Jirachi to be close enough, and just really prioritizing the order of the kills in that pentakill very nicely.
I do think the most impressive thing was just Aruyan himself, and then other members of Heroes of the Storm coming out to try to buy him enough space and time, because with Jirachi, I think his flash either just came up or wasn't up during that fight. I think it just came up now, so he didn't have it to flash away. It was really good to see that from them, as the TP comes out from Ganwian to prioritize this Herald, as they can go in on the Guy Fieri, who has no
Guy Fieri
Mega Gnar, and he is alone trying to zone out the Leona as the jungler.
And that should
they just burned TP to try to get this Drake. And this should be a free Infernal for them. There should be no way, unless Ganwian has the ultimate of a lifetime. He might be able to steal it with the ultimate, actually.
Smite up for Keegan. I would expect the red carpet to come down.
Well, No Not's gonna die.
No smite coming down. Oh
Blue team double kill.
no!
So,
Oh,
I want to let people
no.
know that if
Oh.
Rumble ults, it slows you and does more damage the longer you're on top of it.
Just walk to the side.
Um,
Walk to the side. Don't walk the long way.
also,
Through it.
literally, Keegan would have survived if he would have smote the
Smoke.
dragon.
If he smites, he gains back the health. And this has transitioned perfectly into a free Baron.
Now,
for
what
Blog.
is huge here is that Super Hoagie does have ult available, and Aurelion has his ghost back up. Master Fan, ease into the... Alright. There we go. A lot of damage going down. Guy Fury's about to go Mega right here. Not going to be able to take it down. The Reg-LP does not go down. He finally goes down. Warwick is coming down. They're looking to do something. They have it. He has
Ult
smite up for this. He's on a ward.
Ult smite.
They're gonna back off. Nope,
Mark.
they're just gonna sit on top of the ultimate again. No, not November. Gonna die from Jirachi right here, but I think they did stop the Baron.
Yeah, smart for Blog to understand the situation. Guy Fieri was going low. He's got the Warwick W, the Blood Trail on him. Literally, Keegan had smite, infinite duress. He could have just ulted over the wall at the Gnar, stolen the Baron easy. Blog, they just pull off the Baron and they say, you know what? Hey, remember that that super strong ult that we have on a 42-second cooldown or whatever the hell it is? Let's just do that. And they get a few
I'm gonna
kills
go
out.
check this. It's on a 53-second cooldown, and he has no CDR. Rumbles generally don't get CDR, but the only CDR he does have is from the Cloud Drake, which is, I believe, 5%.
Just for the memes,
10%.
I mean, I might just build like one CDR item, and you're ulting every 40
Zonias would be really good.
Zonias, yeah.
I don't know what else you would build that builds like you're not building I'm thinking of
Proto-build.
old Morello. You can't build Morello. The Morello I think is pretty okay here because he's already got the Leandries, as Aurelion is gonna miss the hook and look to fight 2v1 as they were coming on him, then realized I guess it was Aurelion?
Yeah.
As Super Hoagie is taking a lot of damage from the Gnar right there. As the Reg-LP also, No Not November is in, caught between Gnar and a hard place. As the ult's gonna come out, huge ultimate right there, and just, oh dear God. He has to ult away.
Blog is just 2v4ing until Ganween can show up and press R. And they're so strong, they're so far ahead. A 5k gold lead overall. If we look at individual gold leads, a 2,000 gold lead in the jungle. Good lord, 2,500 in the mid lane. There's a lot of gold. Yeah, 3,000 now in the mid lane. That's a lot of gold.
So,
And nice, nice smite there coming from, allowing Jirachi to get the gold. Probably coordinated.
Vladimir, you know, something I wanted to talk about is that this is not the normal Vladimir build that I'm currently seeing now. Vladimir taking Unsealed Spellbook with going the Spooky Ghost Spellbinder into Deathcap, but this is Deathcap into Proto Belt, which means just more flat AP up front. They can fight for this Drake, but they are down 6k. I believe most of that gold lead that you were just talking about is basically the mid lane difference, and then a little bit of the jungle as well.
I think if I am Heroes of the Storm,
Oh, they pulled Gnar, but okay.
good pull. If I'm Heroes of the Storm, I am putting everything into this drag, in the hopes that I can maybe delay the game long enough to try for soul.
So what you need to try to do as you're losing your mid lane tower to minions a little bit, you have to make sure the Gnar's out first. Can you have vision of him so you know he has it? No, no, oh God, no.
So
Okay,
early.
so it's okay. They lost mid lane priority.
No, they're just gonna give. They're just gonna give this Infernal. They got the last one, but they gave up a lot for it on the deaths on the red carpet afterwards, which didn't directly lead to Baron.
Yep,
So they
Literally
just
Keegan just getting kited out as No Not November. Nice chunk on the Guy Fieri with just one empowered Q from Super Hoagie from the Vladimir. Looks like they're probably going to look to crack open mid and bot lane tier 2 as Aurelion needs to be with them. He has a Randuin's, which I believe is good. He needs to be going Hysterics, in my opinion, as the Regi LP is just taking 5 tower shots as the red carpet does come out from Ganlian from the bot lane, but this is where they're going to look to engage, but Gnar does have rage built up. You want to wait till he's down. Just focus on the guy in the bot lane who's alone. So they do push off right here. I think the time is now when you gotta, there it is right there.
Yep.
Gonna fight Ganlian right there. He's gonna destroy Master Fan. Oh my god. And he gets away on the lantern. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, real JLP does barely get away right there as Orion is looking for this. Literally, Keegan is literally running around. A Super Hoagie is going to go down barely as, oh, thank God, literally Keegan didn't move out of the way. As Aurelion is looking to try to 1v5, is not going to be able to, most likely. Does get a little bit of heal, gets the ult out. Mr. Matt takes down him. Literally, Keegan goes out. No, not November going to be going out. The double kill going over to Gnar right there off the boomerang kill. And looks like they're going to push in right here to pick up this win from Heroes of the Storm.
Yep, that's going to be game. Just ultimately, the itemization, the gold leads, too much, too heavy. And the team which should have had the priority in the early game just kind of let it slip between their fingers by, I think, just pressing a little bit too much in the early game.
I think this was extremely misplayed by the side of Heroes of the Storm. I think there were some really good plays, especially as we go into talking about the player of the game vote, that Ganwian really played extremely well this game, having Prio in the mid. It was the, I think, saving grace of the comp and the decisions of where the champions would go. So
yeah, I think it seemed like throughout the entire game we were constantly commenting on Ganween's good positioning, great ultimates. As soon as the ultimates were up, they were going down on cooldown, and not just going down for damage sake, going down and getting kills. I mean, we're looking at 6-0 on the Rumble by the time the Rumble hits level 7, level 8. So great roams, just great damage. Let me look at the damage charts really quick. Yeah,
Rumble,
no surprise, Rumble topping the Caitlyn by just a little bit.
yeah, Caitlyn after that, and then the Gnar, actually, because I believe, when you're against some health stacking people and you can get those hyper procs, which are huge, we didn't see any AP coming out from the Gnar, so no AP Gnar. That's
No.
good.
But I mean, yeah, the Gnar. I mean, I'm not trying to trash the Gnar pick, but I mean, sub in literally any jungle. Just pick, close your eyes and throw a dart at a board.
No, don't do that because then you might end up with something
No,
really
I'm saying
troll like Fizz jungle.
standard jungle picks. Close your eyes, pick one of them. In pick, just only go to your jungle champions. Thank you, Riot, for having a client that does that, and
Yep, same thing.
instead of functioning, normally. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Like you said, I think you hit it right on the head. Just Heroes of the Storm played the early game pretty rough, and that led to a good win for Blob.
Yep. So we're gonna cut the VOD for stream purposes here.